Welcome in, Virgo. We're going to be doing your What Do You Need to Know reading. This is a timeless reading, but whenever you find it, it is meant to be yours, especially if it resonates. So, Virgo, let's see what wants to come through for you. We have a very feisty Luna on the couch today. It's been chasing her tail because how dare Spirit or God put something attached to her butt that keeps moving all by itself, right? So, so we'll see if she'll continue her entertainment for your video. She was in the Leo video. Um, yeah, so let's take a look here. I am recording this on the 25th of March 2026, but like I said, if you don't find it now and you find it 2 years from now, then maybe that's when you need the message, right? So let's take a look here for my Virgo friends. Ooh, envy. That's an interesting card. I have not seen that card in ages. They're saying that's the only card out. But look at what's on the bottom of the deck. The devil energy, the deceit. I am going to take it. There's a lot. There, I'm going to take this one too. We've got the cornucopia, and I'm going to show this, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it. It is the base chakra, which is our chakra of stability and security. Yeah, we're keeping it. I'm okay. We're going over the bottom of the deck. I don't know how he got reversed, but I have a reversal in this deck, and it's the man holding the coin with the woman holding the coin. Something definitely here about finding balance internally. The feeling like your internal masculine energy is not keeping you safe. Wanting there's a lack mentality here. There's a lack mentality here. I've got to keep this exactly the way it is. Spirit is saying. So let's put a crystal under there to help balance that out. But it's there's abundance here, and there's already stability here. But for some reason, you're not believing it. Have you been in a very a dry spell, and because things aren't manifesting, you're having a hard time holding on to the energy of abundance for yourself? Got something going on with my throat all of a sudden. Feel like I need to keep clearing it. Yeah, what are you telling yourself here? Yeah, Four of Cups. Yeah, there's something missing. You're feeling dissatisfied with life right now, Virgo. Oh. Wow. All right, let's take a look here. I'm sorry, Virgo. I know that sucks. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I haven't used this deck in a long time. I missed this deck. Hey, hold please. All right, we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, it's funny because I'm getting from this Ace of Cups. It's like my well feels like it's run dry. I'm getting a lot of the shadow energy. Yeah, this is an interesting energy. I'm sitting in here, Virgo. See where we're going here. What do they need to know? Queen of Cups. Hang on here. Two of Swords. Interesting how these cards are actually coming out, other than that one that flew, coming out two to two, two at a time. I've got the Chariot that's next, and the Nine of Wands. Well, I like that because you're moving away from some old karmic energy Maybe that's what this deceit and this envy is. It's just old belief systems. It's like you're right now, it feels like you're not, if you're having some sort of stability, financial things going on right now, Virgo, it feels like you haven't been able to see the way through it, or you haven't been able to see the way to the other side of it. But it's here. It's stability is here. Security is here. Abundance, an overflow of abundance is here. Um, it's already here. But are you looking out and saying it's not enough? There's something about that mindset of not being satisfied with what you have. Where have where has the inner masculine? Is this the inner masculine of you that's questioning itself? Because right now, if the external manifestations are not manifesting, there's not, maybe bills aren't being paid or something like that, you know, the inner masculine seems to have like taken a hit to the ego in a sense. Um, and it's like the inner feminine is just sitting back and letting it happen. Perhaps it needs to happen. Maybe this is to take down a masculine energy a few pegs, if that makes sense. And it does feel like it's just you. It has to do with just you. Your inner masculine and your inner feminine energies are like, she's sitting back and going, really take a look at yourself, man. Come on. you know, I don't know. She's very powerful looking at me from across the table here. Uh, I'm going to be clarifying for sure, Spirit. So 2 more cards coming out here. 10 of Wands. I love this because the burden's being put down. Maybe this is about taking, this feels like it might be a little tough love reading, so maybe trigger warning. This is where it's like, okay, now I need to take responsibility for myself. I need to take responsibility for the fact that that bill didn't get paid, or why isn't there money coming in, or why aren't I, you know, grateful for what I have. Maybe sit and do a gratitude list. You have a roof over your head. Did you have a hot shower or a hot bath this morning? Do you have familiars that bring joy to your life? Did you have something to eat? Did you have your cup of coffee this morning? I have not yet. Hang on. And it's lukewarm. But I'm still grateful that I have it, right? I feel like, Virgo, I feel like your inner masculine has been beating himself down for a while. And your inner feminine has been just allowing it to happen because it needs to, it's like, this is, okay, now I know what it is. Thank you, Spirit. Uh, how you want to bring that, okay. So Spirit's writing down here is the dissolution of an old version of yourself. I get it. I get that. 'Cause I'm seeing that. The old version of yourself was, I've got to work hard to pay this bill. So it does have to do with, number one, your relationship with money, but it also has to do with your relationship with your inner masculine and its ability to, or inability to protect you, to keep you safe, to keep you stable, to provide for you, right? Um, okay, let's get the final card here. I know we're moving right along, but still, it's just it. Yeah, it. You've been going through a death of an old version of yourself, King of Swords, but there's so yes, that's a truth. The truth of clarity, the sword of clarity, the sword of truth. You're discovering who you are and who you've been, and a lot of it is like some of it you didn't want anything to do with. You didn't want to see it, but you're being um, it's like you couldn't get away from it. It was everywhere that you went. I'm being shown um, like my guardian angel walking around holding a mirror in front of my face, you know. So I can relate to this. I've been through this um, for sure. Maybe even still going through it a little bit, but so I that's how because they that's how it clicked for me is because they flashed a memory for me, so I can click into this message here. Yes, this is your internal system, your internal masculine and feminine energy at odds, out of, um, do I want to say out of balance? Yes, I want to say out of balance. Spirit is saying out of balance. Not communicating very well with one another. I feel like the feminine energy is actually choosing to let the masculine energy ride this out, if that makes sense. I mean, because I can't wrap my brain around that myself, but that's what I'm being asked to say to you. Um, there is a desire for love and fulfillment here with this Ace of Cups, but like I said, I feel like this cup is empty. It's like, or it appears to be empty. The energy of it to me appears to be empty, but I feel like there's something there that you're so there's something that's already in your experience, your that's been manifest that you're not seeing or I want oh gosh, this is interesting how I'm feeling it in my body. It it's give you an example. It's like so you can sit there and you can write down a gratitude list. You can write down everything that you know you should be grateful for, but there's a disconnect between the feeling, the gratitude, the feeling of it. You know what I mean? That's what's missing. That's why this Ace of Cups feels dried up to me. So why is that coming through as feeling dried up for my Virgo signs? Because we do have the Queen of Cups here. I actually feel like this is a mother figure in spirit is coming through, and she's guiding you. All right, Mom. If you've got headphones on, I do apologize. My ostomy is processing the coffee or the lack thereof. Um, but yeah, this feels like a mom in spirit or a mother figure, grandmother in spirit who is guiding you through this. And I feel like you feel like you're flying blind here, but you're still moving forward. You know, you know someone guiding you, but you feel like you're flying blind. You know, she's blindfolded, not moving, not allowing her heart to feel what she's already got, gratitude for what she's already got, but you're moving forward. Things are moving under the surface. The universe is moving you. Um, there's a lot that's being juggled around right now, I'm hearing. There's the old version of yourself um, that's let's Okay, I'm going all over the place. Let me get back to the Ace of Cups. Why does this feel dried up to me for my Virgo signs, Spirit? What has occurred that has Queen of Wands? Did you lose your mojo? Are you not trusting yourself? Is the inner masculine not trusting the inner feminine? Hold please. Yeah, there is, Four of Swords, there's definitely some deep heart healing going on here. Let's get one more. Why does this feel dried up? Could be just because you're just coming out of winter wherever you live, and it's been very. I don't know where you are, but I'm in upstate New York, and this has been the longest freaking winter I've experienced since the 70s. It the certainly the most amount of snow in a very long time, and the temperatures and the wind. It has been that energy, or that, it's like, just hibernate. It's best just to stay home, and the universe was conspiring in that vein too, because it was hard to travel. And if you didn't have to travel, you didn't go out. You did not. It was weather-wise one of the hardest winters I can remember since I was a kid. But emotionally and mentally, it played some games. It certainly did, and I can see that here, with these energies. These are not beautiful energies to sit with, right? So your mind could have run amok this winter, and the old version of yourself is the version of yourself that kept you in that energy. But now you're emerging from that. Is this just as simple as the last remnants of the snake year purging, before the year the fire horse takes hold of your life and your manifestations? Could be. It could be, but you are being guided. uh, I want to say you're being guided back into your heart, into feeling your way through things. um, I feel like something has occurred, that has had you, question what you feel. So inner feminine, you're not off the hook here. You look at me over there from across the table. You're not off the hook here. I love how these came out like this. I mean, he was over her like that, and it's just it's interesting phrase of way to put that. Hmm. There is someone that I'm reading for right now who lost a spouse. You could have lost that spouse this past winter, or whatever season you're in. Uh, and financially, you just don't know how you're going to make it right now. But I am here to say that you're going to be okay. It does not feel it right now. There's some, you know, somewhere along the line, there was this whisper in your ear that you couldn't survive without your partner. And as hard as it is to lose your partner, and I offer my deepest condolences, I want to say to you, you are a lot stronger, because I know you are, because you woke up today. No matter what you're feeling from this, you woke up today. That takes strength. That takes willpower. That takes dedication. It takes faith. It takes wanting to be here. It takes wanting to be aligned with abundance and happiness and joy and peace. But in order to get aligned with that, we have to feel all the basal lower energies, right? The grief, the pain, the disappointment, the fear. And there's a lot of fear here. Envy, deceit, the base chakra, when it's all out of balance, when it's dried up, there's nothing but fear around. So right now, sit in it. Be thankful for it, because at least you're feeling something. But I don't pitch a tent there. I like to say that a lot. We're meant to experience everything. We're not meant to ignore the negative emotions and thoughts and all that. We're meant to experience it, but just don't pitch a tent there. You're visiting. Pack your bag when you're ready and move on to the next, the higher, another version, the highest version. And you're being moved there with this chariot. You're being moved there. But right now, it can feel really slow and sluggish, heavy. Like you've just got a lot of weight to drop here, and you're doing it though. I want to say you could have a lawyer or somebody who has maybe gone through it before step in to help you out with this. Again, this is for someone very specific. It's not going to resonate for all of you, but for those that part does not resonate with your internal, you could still get like a credit counselor, someone from your bank that helps you, just somebody that helps you get things in alignment, taking a look at your finances and your budget and things like that. It's fun. This definitely feels like it has a lot to do with money, but when you strip all of that away, it actually just has to do with your inner masculine feeling safe and feeling as if it has the ability to keep you safe and keep you stable and able to thrive in this dense reality that we live in, right? Um, Page of Swords, there's some information in Page to the King of Swords. So you gain some information that actually it grows. It's a nugget, it's a tidbit, it's a nugget that actually maybe it's an idea that kind of just takes off, and it grows into something much bigger, and it solidifies your stability, and it solidifies the ability for you to see that this is already there, number one, but also when you live in the higher frequencies, this can flow in more smoothly, right? I've been talking this morning in the Leo energy about the word vortex has been coming through to me. I've been on this journey for many, 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 many moons. And I've known about Abraham and Esther Hicks, but I've never been guided to have their teaching as a part of my journey until now. And I listen to those meditations. I listen to the conversations that Abraham has through Esther, and I can feel them working. I can feel them helping me return to myself, um, slowly, but it's there. You might want to check into that. Maybe her rampage on the vortex, getting back into the vortex could be something good for you to listen to, keeping your energy, your vibration high, because right now you're at war with yourself, and you're tired, and I get it. I get it. But there is an idea that comes through that actually has the opportunity to grow into something bigger. What is that? Talk to me about the Page of Swords, Spirit. It grows into the King of Swords, and it goes quickly with the Chariot, because we've got the Page of Swords, the Chariot, and then the King of Swords here in the future energies. So, unknown. I'm not at liberty to dive into that. This is going to be different for everyone. Right now, it's that idea isn't here, but it hasn't landed yet. Spirit is saying it hasn't landed yet, but it's coming. Okay, so you may be living in this bit of a fog right now, not able to see how things can ever get any better than where you're at. Again, don't pitch a tent in this lower energy, in this lower mindset. I feel like whatever this idea is going to come through the mind. It's not going to come through someone else. It's gonna get channeled and downloaded into you personally. Um, okay, so we can't talk about that. So can we talk about how this chariot is moving Virgo forward? We've got the cornucopia and the base chakra here, the first chakra with Archangel Michael. Oh boy, you've got to get through the tough part first, Virgo. I wish this was uh, a better reading. And I mean, it's a good reading. It is. Don't get me wrong. Hold, please. These are going every which way. I was just saying, as soon as I hit the pause button, I just saw an orb over down where my hand was in the camera. Well, all right. So, moving forward, I feel like you're not going to see this coming because you're going to be too much in this mindset. But right now, Spirit is bringing toward you someone who can assist you. This could actually just be your own inner masculine who finally gets its shit together, pardon me, and raises their vibration, listens to the highest aspect of themselves, moves and chooses themselves and moves into a higher frequency. This is taking your power back, choosing to take your power back. Because right now, what's got your power and what you've been given your power to is this. Take your power back, Virgo. Take your power back. This is fear. This is doubt. This is being scared shitless that there's not enough, that you're not enough. And I'm here to tell you, you freaking are. You already have everything that you need in this moment. If you're worried about a bill that can't be paid, you're future projecting. You're creating a self-fulfilled prophecy that's not in alignment for you. A little bit of tough love there. Forgive me. What wolf are you feeding? You feeding the fear or are you feeding the love? And I feel like you've been feeding the fear for a while, and boy, it's got you right where it wants you. But you are being gifted with an opportunity to not only fill your cup, but to recognize that the cup's really not empty. I do feel like you've had a lot of healing that you've been doing, a lot of work you've been doing on yourself, and you're tired. I get it. I get it. And if you have lost someone, I get that too. It can take the wind out of your sails. I get it. Whether that happened this winter or if it happened years ago, it can certainly take the wind out of your sails, and it can put you down a path that you man, you really didn't see. But you have the strength. You woke up this morning. You've got the power within you. Whether you can see it now or not, you've been keeping yourself protected and safe this whole time. But you've been doing it by using the lower energies. The fear keeps you safe. I think the question that you might want to start asking yourself is, who am I without it? Who do I want to become? How does it look like? How can I what do I how do I put this? How do I Can you envision yourself without the fear? Scary. I know. But I want to tell you, you've been there. You've lived without the fear before. Can you remember what that felt like? Can you remember what it felt like to live in the vortex? How easy and how everything, once your vibration is that high, everything flows to you. Beautiful thoughts, abundance, good people, joy, happy, good health. I can probably guarantee you that if this is you, you're also having some health issues that are unexplainable. You choose love, you choose the highest timeline, you decide to get yourself on the highest timeline, and you're going to see things turn around for yourself. You're going to see that you had it up in you the whole time. Right? I don't even feel like I need to get a final message of guidance because I think that's been enough. I love you, Virgo. If you need me, please reach out. We'll talk to you next time, okay?